The Rotsee is many rowers, including my own, favourite place to row around the world, but not everyone has the opportunity to see it from the point of view of a rower. So today we're going to take you on a bit of a course preview to show you what it can be like from the seat of a rower. This is where it all starts, and then 2,000 metres down that way, the finish line waits. If you've never been to the start line of a rowing race, it is probably one of the most nerve-wracking, tense moments. You're lining up in your lane with your competition a couple of metres to your left and a couple of metres to the right. And also the unique thing about this course on the Rotsee is you've also got the public swimming area over to my left. We're coming up to the first quarter of the race, the 500. On the Rotsee, it actually is a space where you're quite far away from both banks, so you're not getting a lot of noise from the crowd, but sometimes you are getting noise because the warm-up lane is right over to my right, the rower's right as well. And in my time, I definitely remember if your crewmates are out there warming up, you might get the odd cheer from them, but other than that, you're sort of out here, just you and your crewmates and your competition. So just after the 1,000 metres on the Rotsee, it's very unique here because for most courses, the boat park is at the finish line. But here you can see behind us, it's right at about the 1,000. That's when the whole atmosphere on the course changes. You start hearing the people cheering, you subconsciously also know that your teammates, and probably most importantly your coaches, are now along the bank watching and analysing your performance. It's also the most difficult part of the race, the third 500. You're still relatively far away from the finish line, but things are starting to amp up. For me, actually, personally, I probably liked this 500 the most. I didn't love a sprint to the line, so it was where I try and probably put the most work in, but for a lot of rowers, it's probably one of the lesser favourite 500s. The majority of the race is behind the rowers by now, and they'll all know when they see the red buoys on the Rotsee that it means they're in the last 250 metres. The pain is immense at this point, and the rate is going up and up and up. I think for some of the more impressively rating crews, they can be getting up towards 50. Historically, that was probably never me or my crews. We would probably be, if we got 40, that was impressive for us. But it's this last probably 20 or 30 strokes where it's coming down to the line. You can see also you're starting to get more and more noise. You might be hearing the Swiss cowbells in the grandstand that is fast approaching, and people are on the bank potentially having a drink or a bite to eat at the bar over there. But this is where it all happens, and every stroke I think the rower will be very, very aware of. The pain will be huge, but also it's where the hard work is all paid off and you're coming very close to the finish line.